How's everybody doing? Scott, I'll miss you. I call Scott Steven Spielberg. He's come a long way there. So. And part-time football coach.
Right.
We have
Nice coordinator.
So we will miss you. Yeah, we didn't have a very good weekend, and there's no way to address it but just face it straight up. Offensively, we weren't very good. We couldn't make any shots, and our energy level dropped this weekend. If you were at the game, you could see the energy on defense and things wasn't there. So I start to look, and it's something that's a little bit troublesome when you have a young team is when that energy level drops in late January, early February. We've already had 65 practices. We've played 20 games. We had a preseason of 4 or 5 weeks. They didn't get a 2 or 3 week break at Christmas. Those kind of things. You worry about young teams hitting the wall at this time. They've already played as many games as they've played in high school. They've practiced more times and probably with more intensity than they ever did. And they don't get the long breaks like they did in high school. And they probably didn't have a preseason in high school. So you begin to wonder a little bit, at what point is your young team going to hit the wall a little bit? And I think last weekend we saw it, because our energy level, our focus, and usually when that happens, you get a little lackadaisical on the defensive end, and suddenly on offense your shots are short, you're not crisp, and we saw that over the weekend. We had the flu bug go through our team also at the end of last week, and 3 of our players had a real bad bout of it. They tried to push through it, but you could also see that was affecting some of their energy levels as well. We caught Liberty, who is playing really well right now, and they got out on us early, and we just seemed like they caught us with our energy down, and they took it to us. And then Coastal, we caught them when they were playing some of their better basketball. They'd lost 2 close games. They took Liberty to the wire weekend ago, and they had Radford on the ropes late, and then they got us on Monday. And as I look at our roster and compare it with some of the other rosters in the league, we have the fewest, us and PC have the fewest amount of upperclassmen in the league. We play the fewest number of juniors and seniors of any teams in the league. Case in point, Liberty plays 6 juniors and seniors. Gardner-Webb plays 6. High Point plays 7. Radford has 6. Coastal has 8. And we're playing 2 or 3. So experience this time of the year of going through the college season is one of my biggest concerns, because we do have quite a bit of young players. So we're going to have to modify our practices a little bit. Today's a off day. We're going to have to make sure our energy levels are up so that we can keep our intensity going, and get these girls through the next two weeks so that we can move forward. You can see the freshmen kind of hitting the wall a little bit, and so we're going to have to be aware of that. We have Longwood on Saturday, and it's a non-conference game in the middle of the conference season. It's good to keep playing. Longwood is a team that plays really well at their place, and they've had some issues on the road, so hopefully we can get a W on that one on Saturday. We're looking at making some position changes. We're just not getting the 3-point shooting that we need right now. So don't be surprised to see some changes in that stead here in the next few games. We've been very anemic from the 3-point line, so we've been working on a few things to try and help that out. We mentioned road record. We haven't played very well at home this year for whatever reason. I'm not sure, but a case in point, DeQuisha McClanahan averages almost 20.3 points a game away from the Coliseum. She averages less than 9 in the Coliseum. She shoots 46% away from the Coliseum. She shoots 24% in the Coliseum. And we're trying to get her to play 3 more games in the Coliseum this year and shoot the ball well, for sure, because we have 3 left. But it's kind of indicative of our team. When we make 20 or more field goals in a game, or this year we're 7-1. When we make less than that, we're 2-10. So we got to make shots. The key to our team is making shots, and we've got to figure out some things to do that. And if you're mentally fatigued and you hit that wall, sometimes you don't have the legs to make some of those shots. On the bright spot, we have had Takoya Hammock is starting to get better and better. You can see her becoming more and more of a force out there. We like her development, and hopefully she'll continue. She's one of our juniors, and we definitely need her to continue to play. Lastly, I wanted to mention, let's see, I mentioned that. Oh, Quisha. You know, a lot of people are you know, she's had a fabulous first year. There's no question she's a good player. But I think what we've seen here in the last, particularly in the game on Monday, she's trying to do too much. And so we're trying to talk to her and you know, take some of that pressure off of her. But you know, she needs some of those other players to step up as well, help her out. But she's a battler. She's out there trying, and she pushed through a real bad bout of the flu this weekend. But you know, she's a typical freshman. You know, we were looking in our league. I think there are 5 freshmen in the league out of 128 players that are having any kind of an impact in the league. And you know, she's a good one, but we want to keep her in a nice level performance so that she doesn't feel like she has to go out there and win every game. And I think when we get that play out of her, we're a much better team. And when she tries to take on a little bit too much, which I think she did a little bit on Monday night, that probably is not good for her or the team as well. But she's a battler. She'll figure it out, and I think she's got a good feel for that. So, and she admitted as much, that she felt like she was doing too much a little bit in those games. So after this weekend, we restart the conference. We go to Coastal and to Liberty. We played in reverse order in the second half. So it shouldn't take very long to get our scout report back out of our memory and be ready to go and play those girls down there. So we're 4-3 on the road this year, and we've played really good in every game on the road. So we've played, you know, pretty solidly. So hopefully we can keep that going here in the second half, because we got a lot of road games coming up in the second half of the season.